to episode 7. It's freezing and I'm the one that's out here having to do the talking. So this is what we've been living in over the past 8 months. It is a Sprite Alpine 4, which basically means it's a 4-berth. We've owned it for I think about 4 years now. Used to use it regularly for weekends away and our main holidays, but it's come into its own now by we're living in it now. So it is 6.45 metres long. That's from the end of the A-frame to the rear of the van, and it's approximately, I think if I remember rightly, it's 2.25 metres wide. So it's got a fixed bed inside and 2 bench seats, which converts into a double bed. So on the outside we've got a water storage, which is known as an aqua room, with the inlet pipe, which is operated by an internal pump which is inside. So that's approximately 40 litres capacity, which Cheryl sometimes uses the full lot for a shower, because you know how dirty these women get. So next to that we've got the gas inlet, so the exhaust pipe for the gas fire and the gas water. So that's ideal, is that one was we actually use that for when we're totally off grid and we're running the gas and the hot water and the heating all off gas bottle and not on electric. So the next one is for the compartment where the leisure battery keeps, where we've got a 110 ampere battery, leisure battery in there, which is also run off mains electric cable. Excuse me, the dog's eating the grass. Hey you, stop eating grass. So in here, like we said, is the leisure battery. So I've got a little switch inside there which operates the motor mover, which I've never used. That's for your mains electric. So, which goes to your mains point on site. We're very fortunate on this site because we've managed to get the water point directly next to it. There's not a lot of people on site at the moment, which is good, which means we what we do is connect to hose pipe so we don't need to set the water container wrapper all off. So the 2 vents here are ventilations for, the bottom one is for the fridge and the top one is for the freezer. So it needs plenty of ventilation. Well, similar to a house fridge and freezer, there's they do get hot, and the elements get hot at the back. Plus, especially when you're running it off gas, you need the fumes to escape. Water mover at the front of the wheel there basically allows you to cheat and move the caravan with a remote control. Like I say, I've never used it because with my job I'm used to towing, etc. So further back we've got the water outlets. So you've got the front outlet, which is for the 2 sinks, which we'll show you in a minute. Sink for the kitchen and the sink for the bathroom. The rear one is for the shower, which all comes down to actually a Y shape out there. And we're lucky here because we've been on a farm. We've just put the pipe directly out into the farmland, which the farmer seems more than happy about doing. So, come on! Come on! I'm going to show you a real shit trick now. I've got 2 cupboards here, which is the top one is for the toilet flush, which smells yummy. Well, not yummy, but it smells alright. Like so. And the bottom one is where all the nasties go. So I'm not going to go down that road, but that's for that's for. His and hers. Come on. Oh, dog's doing zoomies. So back round the front again. got the front main compartment, which houses the gas bottles, etc. And it's also a bit of a dumping ground. So that's just a bag for the awning. So in here we have got spare electric cable. We've got 2 gas bottles, which I'm sure we all know that they're like rocking horsepower at the moment, the gas bottles. One's empty, one's full. It's done by a regulator at the top, so you've got several safety catches. So you can turn it on and off by that, and also by that little valve there. Like I said, it's just a dumping ground, is that? I think it's where Cheryl keeps a slice stash of gin. We shouldn't keep it there anymore. She thinks she does, but I've had it. Come on then. So we have got a 2.5 metre by 3 metre Isabella awning, which, believe it or not, does keep this place nice and cool. Sorry, nice and warm in winter, but it seems to keep it cool also in summer. All carbon fibre poles. All snap. The dog's got the football snapping out. She's showing off. She knows you're being videoed. So yeah, it's dead easy to put up, it's nice and cosy, and it actually doubles the space of what we've got inside the van. I'm over here. Hello? There you go, you're back. So it actually doubles the space, the living space of what we've got in there. As you can see, we've made it into like a little conservatory. We've got 2 fold-away chairs which are recliners, we've got a little table outside, and also it's, again, a bit of a storage space for us at the moment. We've got a storage unit as well, but we like to keep personal things here. It just makes life a little bit easier whilst we're here, the growling. Shut up! Wait! Shut up! Want a biscuit? Do you want a biscuit? What? Out! Sit. Right. Right. Touch. Oh. Another one. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Here at the side is you've got your Elsan blue, which actually goes into your toilet pan, which disintegrates all the nasties, especially if what you've had for your tea the night before. It's not nice. The pink is the flush, which I showed you, which we put in at the back. We've got a set of drawers here, which we put bits of food in there, tins. Obviously it's nothing which can be perished, which animals and whatever can get to. Just a nice little bit of storage space. So, I don't know what these are for. What are them boxes for?
Washing.
What?
Washing.
So that doesn't like put your clothes in this bag and then next couple of days it ends up cleaning the wardrobe?
No.
It doesn't?
We don't have a washing machine, so that is one of the things that wherever site we go to, we check out where the nearest laundrette is. So it's probably about 2-3 hours of a job, but we try and do it, keep on top of it. We did look into buying, which you can buy for caravans and boats, one of the twin tubs, and I believe they're absolutely fantastic. So we did look at buying one of those, but the reason we decided not to get one is because we still have to dry it, and living in the caravan over the winter months would mean that we would have nowhere to dry anything. So we decided against it. We decided it's much easier just to get it all washed and dried in one go.
Come on then, I'll put kettle on. Come on! Take your shoes off first though.
Okay, so here we are, we're inside now. So a little difficult to film because it's such a small space, but behind me you can see that we've got a shower room. It is compact, but it's perfect. It's got a really good shower head, really good flow of water. So that's our shower room and toilet cassette there. You can see that. That is amazing, that shower head. Amazing. So behind here, I've used this just basically for toiletries, all shower gels, creams and potions, because obviously living in it we need to make sure that we've got space for everything. We've got a sink.
Thanks, we might just have to put light on here. That's better.
Yeah, brilliant. So I've got the sink there, and then underneath we've got a cupboard where we put like all your bits of toiletries.
There's no naughty things in there, is there?
No.
Oh, she wasn't going to let us look there, was she?
Move them back. So we've got a mirror here as well, which what we'll do is we'll show you in a moment. I don't know if you can see. Got a mirror there. What are you doing? You're a numpty. So a lot of our friends were asking us, you know, what do we have in a caravan? Do we have a TV? Do we have heating? Yeah, we've got all of those, and here we go. So we've got our TV here with a DVD player, so that swivels round so we can watch TV in bed because we're posh, and we can also watch TV sat on the bench seats just behind Neil. So that runs off 12 volts, and also it runs off mains electric as well. As Neil was saying, a fixed bed, perfect for us, because the last thing we wanted to be doing is to keep making the bed up and putting everything away every morning. So this works perfect. And under here as well, we've got all the storage, if I can lift it up. So you've got a full storage area there where I've got Chloe's food, my wool, because I love knitting. So I've got wool, my knitting bag, and most importantly we've got a dehumidifier, which is really, really important. With being such a small space, you need to make sure that you keep everything ventilated, windows open, because obviously you've got the cold nights and warm days. So if you don't do that, then obviously you're going to get condensation and you're going to get damp.
Especially things that get hot during the night. No?
So moving on. So yeah, so during the day we lift the bed up, make sure all the windows are on lock, and have a dehumidifier. It stops all the condensation, which is virtually the same for being on the boat, that you need to keep all your spaces well ventilated to prevent any condensation and mould building up. So just moving through, we've got a wardrobe area here where we've got a rail, and we've put boxes in where I've got all things like your underwear, all your essentials basically, so that we're not
the big boxes
for you, not for me. I'm tiny, so I think that's yours. But yeah, big boxes for Neil to put all his socks and underwear in, and like my little bits. And then under here we have got a Truma heater. So this kicks out a lot of heat, where we'll show you the controls in a moment. So you can have it on 3 settings: 500, 1000 and 2000 kilowatts. Got
watts.
A fan. Pardon?
Watts.
Watts.
Not 2000 kilowatts.
Oh.
That'll power the whole of Sandbach.
Oh, I wonder why we're so low then. So you've got the fan there on the top for auto and just regular fan, and you can control the speed at the top. So at the moment we've just got it on a simmer, and during the night we keep it on a simmer as well because it's been really cold.
What's the fan for?
Nights. The fan is to blow the air through. So we've got blown air heating, where we've got 2 vents. I've got one just next to me here and one just round the corner. So when the heater gets up to temperature, it will circulate the heat through the fans when we pop the fan on there. So that can be run off electric, and also we can change that over to gas. So when we used to go away, we went on a lot of rallies and we used to have a solar panel, so we used to run everything off gas. So it was amazing that you can still be off grid as well. I think Neil's just going to show you the settings that we've got there.
So the top one is to put it onto the heater onto gas, and it also So no, it's not, I'm telling lies there. The top one is to switch it onto gas, and that's for the hot water. And the bottom one is when you operate it onto electric. So you can just see a green light there, which is telling us that everything's okay. We've put it on 500 watts on heating setting number 5 at the moment. And the bottom one's a light switch for the outside awning light.
We've got 2 compartments at the top there that we store our clothes in, like jeans and things. 2 little downlighters there, which is ideal when you're in bed. Ow! He also sits himself on the TV. So we've got a shelf there that I've just been using just to store cereals on, because obviously you don't want to be leaving a lot of perishable food into the awning. And then we've just got an area there where we just charge up our phones, iPads, things like that.
240 volt plug socket there, and also a 12 volt like cigarette lighter, which is what the TV runs off. Also your aerial point.
Yeah, because we're posh, we've got an aerial as well, so we can tune in the TV to whichever area that we're staying in. So that's great. And obviously if we've got a bad signal, then we've got a DVD player, then we can watch DVDs. So going through to the kitchen area, so it's quite compact, and sometimes it has been quite stressful to cook. But basically we've got the Thetford oven and grill, so the grill and the oven. So very similar to the one that we'll be having on the Narrowboat. And underneath we've got gas rings there. We've got 3 gas rings just underneath there. The more modern vans will have an electric ring there as well. So we're just gas here on this one, but it works perfectly fine. And I tend to use the oven for storing food in as well. I've got wraps in there at the moment and things. So we do make quite a good, well, I make quite a lot of meals. I like to try and eat healthily and eat in one pot, so we tend to use the wok quite a lot for stir fries.
What did we have for dinner yesterday afternoon?
Oh, we cheated because somebody wanted fish and chips, but we ended up getting pudding. No, was it pudding? No, potato pie, chips, peas and gravy. But so going back to our healthy food, I've got the slow cooker in the awning, which you may have spotted. So I tend to use that obviously on the electric and cook a lot of meals in there all in one pot, which is ideal. In here we've got a cupboard where we've got all the utensils, all the other utensils there, and little bits of things like foils, kitchen roll, anything else. And this here is what we put on the side of the sinks when we're washing up. You've got your draining board there. So we are posh, we've got everything that we need. So Neil doesn't know where that lives, so anyway. We've got a full fridge and freezer. So very, again, similar size to what we'll be having on the Narrowboat. So we've got a full fridge there, and we've got a freezer compartment there. So it's ideal. It's just a case of being organised and planning your meals for a few days, and then we just go out and get some more food and just live like a few days at a time. And yeah, it's you just get used to it.
Notice there's not a single beer in that fridge.
No, because we put them in the awning because it's brilliant, it keeps it all cold.
Either that or they don't last long enough.
And behind here we have got a microwave oven. So a full microwave oven there, 700 watt. Got the fire blanket there, and there's a shelf above there which we don't tend to use because only being vertically challenged I can't reach up there. I can't even reach the lights at the moment. I'm struggling to reach the lights and I'm struggling to reach the fence, but that's another story. Oh, there we go. So that's the microwave oven. Then we just put glasses and things on here, and most importantly the carbon monoxide detector. We brought that from home, keep that in there as well. Above here we've got all our cutlery, cups, bowls, knives and everything. And above here we've got radio, books and tools and things. That was a bit untidy, but spare fuses, chargers, things like that. It's going to be difficult, we'll swap over. Above here I just tend to keep all my sauces, cooking items, gravies. Above here got like pastas and things. So we try to keep it quite minimal because the last thing you want is to open a cupboard and everything fall out, and that's what we don't want. So I try and plan my meals every 2 or 3 days, so I've got enough in. But here we use this for clothes. So when Neil was working, we used to keep all his work clothes in here, so we had easy access to them. But he's not working at the moment now, so we're just taking some time off. So we've got some spare space.
They're my knickers. They're my knickers.
I told you they were big. You needed 2 boxes and these. So we've got the bench seats, and this converts to a double bed. So if you have got children with you or somebody staying, then this area here will pull out, and the slats along here, and then the cushions come across, and this makes a double bed here. Not used it because obviously we've got the fixed bed, so we just use this for a seating area, and then at night we put Chloe's bed here, and she sleeps here at night. Into here we have got the main electric box with all the fuses in. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the main fuse box there. So at the moment we've got the charger on to keep everything charged up, and the space heater, which is our main heating at the moment. And then if we want hot water, we press the white button, the water heater, and that heats up about, I think it's a 10 litre water tank.
Something like that. And it is hot, it is boiling hot.
It's very hot, so we'll have a shower and then leave it for another half an hour or so to heat up, and then once we replenish the water, then the second person will go for a shower. So it's very, very hot. I've just been storing a few baskets in there with like carrots, potatoes, things like that won't go off. Keeps it cold under there, which is ideal.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, Chloe. You come and say hello. Hello. I know, we're just showing everybody around, aren't we? Yes, I know. She said this is my seat. Yes, to be on this video too, Mum. Yeah, she said this is my home as well. So on the opposite side, in the right hand corner, we've got the water pump. So when we switch a tap on, then the water pump will fire up and pump all the water through to whichever tap that we're using. So that's under there. And then I've got other baskets under there where I've got things like bowls and just utensils and things like that I need. So I try and have everything into the van that we need, so we're not keeping having to go out and back in again. There you go.
She's doing an impression of Captain Bruce.
Chloe. She stopped. So yeah, I think that's a tour. I don't think I can think of anything. Obviously we've got all the lights up, just licking a bowl out from this morning's breakfast. Is that nice? Thank you.
Chloe, outside now please.
Go
One out.
Sweetheart.
Good girl.
So yeah, so we basically have everything that we need. And yeah, it is compact, and you have to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Methodical?
Yeah, you've got to be methodical, you've got to be tidy, you've got to be patient with one another. You know, all 3 of us are in
She tells us that after 20 odd years of caravanning.
So you can see that there isn't a lot of space. So we have it where one of us will get ready in the morning, the other one waits here, and so on. So you just work together, and it's very similar to when we'll be on the narrowboat. That you've got to love being around each other's company, otherwise you'll end up killing each other. And thankfully we love each other's company, and like I said, we've been doing this for 20 years, so we're used to small spaces. So going on the narrowboat, we're going to feel like we have got so much space. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, don't think there's anything else. The rule of thumb is 28 days on a site, and then you are requested to move on. So it's very much like if you're a continuous cruiser, you continually move on. So we've been very much the same, where we've stayed on site, and then after the 28 days we've moved on, or we've gone back to that site after we've had time somewhere else. So we're here for another week, I think it is, and then we'll be moving on to another site, and hopefully that will be our last site. So thank you so much. I hope you really enjoyed that tour. We enjoyed showing you around. If we've missed something or you'd like to know any more, drop them in the comments below, and thanks ever so much for joining us.